Yeah, that's exactly the face I saw as well.
Yeah,
Okay, we're back after my computer decided to crash. We're just setting up again. God damn it, guys. Alright.
Having a graphics card going on.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. Anyway, we're back and we'll continue. I can't remember. It was Grildar talking to his uncle still. Yeah?
Yep.
I was, yes. And he said... the last thing I said was that we should probably go and give it a go and see if you had any contacts or anything around town that might help us get there. And then you're like, well, he says...
You should have heard my... I was stuck in repeating on my end, and I threw my headphones because it was so loud. I was like, ah! Okay, so yeah, he says, we'll continue. What was the last bit of the conversation? Remind me, I've lost the flow.
Yeah, so I was asking for help in getting down there.
Oh, well, you just have to sail to the tower, I think. I mean...
Oh yeah, I didn't mean like instructions, I meant help. As in supplies.
Oh, of course. Well, when it comes to diving like this, you kind of need some chain, some bottled air. I mean, you could do it with, going to the clerics, of course, the Tideseer and the Coral Magister.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus. I was hoping you had a little bit more, local knowledge than that. But fair dues.
Well, when it comes to local knowledge, I mean, I haven't rightly been out to sea in a long time.
Are you looking for a trip?
No. I retired.
Right, you are. Well then, it's been a pleasure. I hope we'll be seeing each other again soon. That means the expedition will have gone well.
Gildar.
Hmm?
I see you got my brother's shield.
Did manage to pick that up along the way.
And then you're on your way to becoming a core shield. I'll rightly decide when you deserve the name, of course, but you're on your way. He goes, I'm glad you gave the God King the old finger up the asshole. The guy's a complete cunt.
That he is.
Did you know it harbours a dragon?
Yep. Doesn't seem to like her much, though. Throttled her right in front of the council.
Oh, did he now? Lady Greenridge, I tell you what, I got some stories about her.
I've got a friend that might want to take you up on that offer. I'll see if I can find her. She might be a bit drunk, though.
Well, don't bring her to me drunk. I have no patience for the drunk.
Well, she's funny when drunk, though.
It don't matter. If she's boozed up, I'm kicking her out.
Very well. On the morning, then.
He nods. Yeah, he's like anti-alcohol state. Like he's just like. Anyway, the shop's always open during the day, but if you need somewhere to stay, Glodar, I got spare bedrooms everywhere. I could situate you out with an apprentice hammock.
Appreciate it. Make use of it if needed. Thank you.
Nice.
I've got a few things to think about, things to arrange, so have a good night. And I'll give a shout to his husband as well.
Yeah, to Lane. Lane's like, have a good evening, Grodar. It was good to meet you.
And you, Lane.
Mm.
And I'll head off. And I'll head back to the ship for now.
Okay. Alright, so you head back to the ship. All of you spend the night at the tavern then, getting drunk, I'm assuming? Like the rest of them. Like, is there anything else you wanted to do this evening? Or is this just a day to relax, to get pissed?
Get my land legs back. Fucking sick of being on the ocean already.
Alright. Actually,
I'm just going to have a wander around. Because he's only going to have a beer and then get sick of it. And then have a wander.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, having a wander, you realise that a lot of the town kind of does settle down in the evening. It has a lot of residential areas, like people living in sandstone houses. It's got like a mixture of kind of like what you expect to be, huts, lodges, and then proper like Mokhul style architecture, as if, of course, people are still living in the original town. And eventually you realise that there's a lot of ruins here as well, Xerxil. Like old like walls that are crumbling, and like the remnants of an ancient kind of structure that is just kind of fallen down around this town, and they've built on top of it.
Can I have a look at those ruins?
Yeah, I mean, you can make a history check and stuff like that if you want to go for it.
I mean, he's not very history orientated. He just likes it because it looks more familiar to home.
All right, yeah, it does look more familiar, huh? So you got a 4. That's fine. So they're nice. They do remind you of home slightly. Very similar architecture, that kind of ancient Aztec look.
Yep. It's old and crumbly and looks like his place, so he's happy.
So the night goes by without much hitch, and you guys get a full long rest, etc., etc. Wake up the next day, ready to go. The crew are all hungover, but they're going about their business as they're meant to. And you notice that Darius and Viviana have guarded Mimu and Fixer on the ship. They've basically not let them out of their sight.
Fucking he's having these free babysitters.
You are the worst parent.
Just gotta get sloshed.
It's a good job there isn't like child protective services in this campaign. Never mind the God King, you'd lose your kids to them.
I mean, don't worry about. Like, I keep forgetting they exist. Last session I didn't mention them once.
What did you think the Inquisition wanted?
You just have to constantly look after them.
Oh, the Inquisition didn't want to take them away to the God King. They were just trying to protect them from you.
The reckless deadbeat dad.
This story would be totally different if it went that way. Anyway, so you guys wake up in the morning. Arcatil's going about his usual business, and Liviana appears again, asking Grilda, "Have you made up your mind?"
Well, I was hoping to have a chance to discuss it with the crew previous to having this discussion again. So, come midday.
Alright, so the crew are gathered. Everyone is here.
I don't care about the crew. I just care about
these
party
guys. Right, so but Frank, Dario,
Cleaver.
Yeah. Everyone's together again, albeit slightly hungover, except Xerxil.
He's not here, or he's not hungover?
He's not hungover, obviously.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, you can probably spot him if you're on the ship sleeping by the edge of the water on the beach and call him over.
Yep. Yeah, I'll do that, and then address the gathered inner crew, let's say, and say, what you guys think. It will give us a chance to sail freely, at least. We don't intend to do any pirating, and I don't think we should have any pretense about this, as long as he's fine with that. I don't see anything wrong with the terms.
Seems pretty win-win as long as we aren't doing much pirating. I can't imagine that's going to be something we do frequently anyway.
Not at all. We are not pirates.
Yeah, exactly. But if the opportunity arises.
No, Mark, we're not stealing from... If we can steal from other pirates, I don't mind. Not other pirates, because we're not pirates. We can steal from pirates.
We're not allowed to do that, though, if we sign there.
Well, we can steal from the pirates that are not signed with him.
Alright, okay, yeah, we can do that. Oh, how many pirates are not signed with him? That's a good idea.
Like if a pirate tries to rob us, we can then rob them back. Well, we wouldn't be robbing them back, we would be robbing them, because obviously we would prevent them from robbing us. Off my head.
Why is there so much robbing? Why you rob their back?
Chester, what do you think?
I've noticed that Todd actually hasn't been involved at all for the last 30 minutes, so I don't think he's there.
I don't think so either.
No.
God. No.
Hey, Todd.
Right, well then, with that just I'll say George, Gwyneth, Macro. So if you have a strong opinion, but I think yours just kill the God King and that's all your input, right?
Yeah, Zaxo not care.
No.
Fair enough. Rest of you, what do you think?
George was signed with him, and George generally, has a good head on his shoulders, so I don't mind.
Or Todd. Just message me, guys. He'll be right back. He's bleeding because of his ear surgery.
Oh.
So he'll be right back.
Alright.
Chester's just started spontaneously bleeding from his ears and cannot take part in this vote.
Right, well, let's get it done then. No sense delaying the inevitable. After this, I'll be heading off to speak to the clerics in the island, see if we can get some assistance with our diving expedition.
We did find someone that is kind of useful in that regard as well. Hired a hunter as well.
Good to know.
Yeah, Kaiser does arrive.
Hazer, that was the one.
Kaiser does arrive slightly late, but arrives with his arms folded and just kind of watches at a distance.
Hazer, in terms of abilities that are similar to a cleric, what have you got?
Me? He says,
Mhm.
I'm a hunter, I'm a ranger, and I use these. And he points towards the pistols, either side of his hip.
Oh, okay. We're going underwater treasure seeking. How could you help us in that regard?
I got it. Honestly, I got it. I have.
No, I just mean if you haven't fully got it, we can ask for other help as well.
Well, I have indeed prepared water breathing and water walking. I always have it prepared.
Alright.
I have curative abilities. That includes lesser restoration, cure wounds. I am able to heal crew members, restore diseases, and I have this. And he points towards a pack on his waist that he didn't have last night, which looks like a med kit.
How many people can you grant underwater breathing to?
3.
That's not going to do, right? We need to find someone else who can do that.
Yeah, we need an additional person as well. Or some scrolls.
Kaiser says, "Well, if you're looking for more, we can go to the clerics. They
That's the plan.
specialize in this thing."
Cirque, any magical help there?
What? For breathe?
Help others breathe water?
Just use Gil.
Yeah, thanks.
I think you've only got 15 minutes, haven't you? Rocket? Zexel's got 15 minutes.
Zaxo does have knowledge. He does know this spell. And, Ranger, we overpay. You don't know your spell. You grant to 30 people.
I can.
Maybe 10 a time.
I cannot do that, of course.
Why not? That spell.
Because
Zaxo know it. Zaxo not know it personally, but Zaxo know spell.
What about Frank? Can he do it as well?
Frank goes, I could prepare it, actually. So that's actually, I have 3 as well.
So that'd cover us then. We don't need any. Spells, we don't need any scrolls or anything, do we? How long is that?
You're also wrong. It's 10 people.
Yeah, so water breathing is 10 people per cast.
Is it? Oh, I thought.
Okay,
Oh,
so
never mind.
that's
I as the GM, I did not know that. So
Zaxo no spell, okay? Listen, Zaxo.
I didn't pick up on the roleplay hint that Pocket was doing to me.
Did you not pick up on that?
I hate you guys. No, not really. I love you too.
Right,
Alright,
yeah.
so yeah, he says, well, yeah, of course, I just forgot how my spell worked. You know, I'm a water hunter, I should really know that.
Yeah, we pay you like 30 gold pieces per month.
Alright. Doesn't water breathing last 24 hours as well?
Yep.
Oh god, I'm such an idiot. Never mind.
Go then.
He goes,
And it's also cast when it's a ritual.
yeah, he says, I would also like to suggest something, that you buy weapons that are more versatile for the waves. Javelins, short swords, daggers, like so.
Bows.
I'll just like play with the force dart.
That is fair enough. You will actually, with water breathing, you will be able to use verbal components. That's fine.
Oh, so you're saying this isn't going to be very effective? Pointing at the massive.
No, you are not going to be able to swing that very well underwater.
What about the bow? Is that a no?
What do you mean on the boat?
Can I shoot something underwater with a bow?
You can, but it will be difficult.
No
In
problem.
game terms, that is, you get disadvantage, and you can only fire up to your main first range increment. Anything past that, it just fails.
That doesn't matter.
He goes, fine. It depends what kind of creatures we're going up against. I mean, you can take me or the deep one, and that's when Frank goes, I'm not a deep one. Oh, oh. And he goes, immediately goes, oh, forgot, and then casts disguise self immediately. Like, goes into panic mode, and he goes,
Frank, it's okay.
oh.
We already told him we're an inclusive employer.
I mean, I don't care. I have nothing against deep ones, only Bretonians.
No, inclusive.
All right.
You have nothing against anyone.
I have nothing against anyone. I repeat. What
Zack still have everything against God King.
Okay, we don't have the God King hired, so we're good on that front. You can't hate the God King.
And
And
we
dragons.
will have discrimination against God King.
He goes, well, I have no favors, or I do not like the God King either. I mean, this is why I'm here.
Right, we've got stuff that helps us breathe underwater. What can we do about moving faster in water? Because I'm not particularly good at that. Like, I'm a good swimmer, but not like as good as what we want to be, I imagine.
The only way I can suggest that is with an auto self spell, and that is what I use to grow gills. And you can see he doesn't have them at the moment.
New magic items or something we can get? Where we
There
can...
is, in fact, the clerics sell. There are 2 of these specific cloaks that they are selling currently. I did try to get my hand on one, but they're expensive. 700 gold pieces for one.
What is in the party loot?
How much have we got in the party coffers?
Oh, I think that's a bit more than we should be spending right now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Well,
we couldn't-
little lizard man will be able to swim quick enough anyway. The rest of us will just have to trudge along, I imagine.
We could barely afford one.
Yeah, we need to keep something in the coffers for wages, repairs, supplies.
Oh, actually, we have 170 platinum pieces, so we could probably afford 2. But yeah.
Right, shall we be making our way then, sign this charter? You managed to find any crew other than him?
Yeah, we got these 3 as well.
Sorry, by
Hey,
him I
hey,
mean
hey.
you. What's your name?
Kaiser,
Kaiser, right. Very well.
it's a pleasure to meet you, Grodar.
And then we've got Frank, Bob, and Fred.
You've got another... What? Did you really have to hire another Frank?
I feel like they're really easy to tell apart, Grilda.
That's Big Frank.
That one doesn't... Why would you call him Big Frank? He doesn't have tentacles. There's a very easily noticeable difference between the 2 of them.
Very well then. And I'll head over to Leviana to get this charter signed.
Alright, so you head in, and the Shah, Cicero, is actually missing. Yeah, he's not there. But Liviana does indeed bring out the contract, the charter, and says, if you would sign your name here, please, and also if you would sign the name of the ship. What was it again?
Crunchy Spice.
The Crunchy Spice.
Wave Cleaver, if you would, as captain.
Yeah, of course. And Helene goes, where's the Shah? And Liviana says, you are lucky, George, that he is currently indisposed. He needs words with you, but it can wait. And he goes, yeah, looks down and signs. He goes, "Yar, my," and she goes, you're the only one who's had your name in here 4 times.
I think George might be a worse captain than we thought.
He goes, Yar, the first one and the second one were not my fault, and technically the third. I didn't expect no dragon to attack me.
Yeah, the dragon one is fair, George. I take that one on my cap.
And
To
then
be fair, we didn't really look very hard for a captain. We kind of just... This was the first one we found and was like, yeah, okay.
she says, and the Kraken on the first? And he goes, how was I to know? And he goes, She goes, and the agitation of the dragon turtle on the second. And he goes, it looked like good meat.
I like this guy.
I mean, that is literally the kind of Captain Gwendolyn would have hired anyway.
Yeah,
so.
he goes, I've learnt my lesson. You know, don't disturb giant creatures in ancient temples. Don't harpoon don't harpoon a dragon turtle shell and be dragged under. And don't be friends with Gwendev because he gets you killed by dragons.
But we are gonna kill that dragon charge, so...
Naturally, of course.
You've also not learned your lesson on that third one. You're definitely still friends with her.
Yeah, she's a wonderful dwarf. Wouldn't have it any other way. Puts his arm around you.
But that does give me ideas, because we could harpoon El Diablo.
Right, well, you can have your little dragon discussions later. Shall we get this done?
Yeah.
And before you leave, Liviana goes, excuse me, you've signed the charter. Welcome to the navy of the Shah. And she begins clicking her fingers, and all of these dock workers begin bringing crates and stuff and barrels out for you.
We need a flag.
She does.
So-
There is a flag coming, don't worry. Funny enough, it's the port in the bottom right, but in the left, a honeycomb surrounded by bees.
Excellent.
This is the worst.
You fly that flag, and other people will recognise you. But if you still have the nation flag, I would say that you fly that when you're about the nation coast.
Of course.
Obviously, be on your way then. I mean, whatever you're doing here. And those crates contain foodstuffs, fresh water, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get in.
You are carrying about 200 kilos of supplies. Including the original 50 so that you originally had.
So that's still fresh then, yeah. Still
Yeah,
usable.
and you've still got some fresh food. Like this morning, you see that the sailors were eating some of the leftover salted fish and some of the coconuts. You see one guy's laying with his back on the deck, looking up at the sun, moaning, and he's just stabbed a hole in the coconut. He's just drinking the coconut water.
Right then. Are we ready to take on a city?
Well, I'm going to go and see the clerics. You go ahead and get the stuff over to the ship.
Right
I'll
then.
be there in a bit.
What are you seeing the clerics for?
See what information, assistance they might have to offer.
Just info gathering. Take Chester with you. And I'll just smile at him and push Chester
Right,
your way.
Chester, funny enough, Chester has just texted me saying, won't be long. So Chester goes with Grilda.
Sir Xil, do you also want to see if they have any, well, whatever it is you're looking for?
Axel, come. Don't like ship.
Alright, so you approach the temple, and it's this big, kind of Chinese-style looking temple on the map. And it is kind of like that when you approach, very kind of sloped red tiles roofs that have seen better days and in disrepair. There are these two switchback stairs that lead up to a large kind of stage with what look like seaweed and all kinds of sea coral kind of growing up the pillars that hold up this one roof. There's no inside really, there's no walls, it's just 4 pillars, and there is incense heavy in the air, smelling much to everyone like fresh sea salt mixed in with kind of a kind of dank fishy smell. It's not very pleasant, but as you walk in there is 2 clerics, the Coral Magister, who you notice is a human, blind in one eye, except as he turns to face you, the other eye is not just blue, but entirely blue, like a deep ocean. Like it even fills the whites of his eyes. And he limps on a cane as he approaches you, and beside him there is a cleric, another cleric of Neptune, a dwarf, who looks young, finely trimmed goatee with a bald head, and they're approaching you, and he goes, yes? Can I help you?
Yes, good day.
Good day to you!
Trying to find, well, we're heading on an expedition, and I was wondering what you offer in terms of assistance.
Where are you going? And the dwarf is like, yeah, where are you going?
For a dive.
A dive. And the human's like, a dive, eh?
That's what I said.
Yeah, but whereabouts?
Well, to the depths, if you must know.
The depths of where?
Look, do you have some kind of assistance to offer or not?
And he points towards his cloak that's with the hood down. And you see it's got like a long stinger-like tail at the end. He goes, you could buy this off of me. This'll help you in water.
Yeah, it's not quite what I meant. Any specialist supplies other than this? Some weapons, perhaps?
I got some harpoons. Javelins! And you see that the dwarf says, short swords, daggers, the like.
Anything special?
Scrolls, potions, bowls of air!
Right, that's it then, yeah?
Don't misunderstand the greatness of bottles of air. Like in game-wise, that gives you your Constitution modifier minutes back. So if you
we can't breathe underwater, so
no.
Right. And I'll just turn around and leave.
Oh, he's a moody one, ain't he? And the other dwarf is like, what can you do? I hope they're not going to Nahalia. That'd be funny. And
that is probably where we're going, yeah.
I'm not saying a word.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Okay, so you've seen the clerics. It did look like they had scrolls and, books and potions, but nah.
Yeah, I was wondering if we had some specialists like tridents or stuff for sale, but yeah.
They didn't seem
some
to.
magical ones, yeah.
No.
Alright, off we go.
Okay, so you head back to the ship.
Yep.
So, you're all heading back to the ship. And George goes, yo, are we leaving?
Yeah.
I mean, Chester's got the map here. I can chart us a course. We good?
I have no reason to stay in Pirate Town.
Well, excellent. I'll get going. And the preparations, all the cables undone, sails are unfurled, and you kind of push out into the harbour and begin sailing away. And we will take a 5-minute break there after we have left up Port Arcatil.
Sound.
Right. We're back after the 5-minute break. Let's continue. So the ship has just left dock, early morning, heading out to sea. And George says, it's going to be probably a 2-day journey to get where we're going. And not to mention that we might have to look around a tad, Alright, so unless anyone wants to do anything, the journey will be uneventful. Anyone in particular?
All good.
All you know is this.
I'm just gonna spend the 2 days keeping an eye on. Can't remember her name. The one who works for the God King.
Oh, the Inquisitor, Elena.
Yeah. It's gonna use a familiar to keep an eye on her.
She seems to just be getting on with her work for the entire 2-day journey, like just doing, getting by. She does notice you noticing her though, and it very kind of just ignores you, just kind of walks around you, gives you kind of a wide berth.
Cool. Alright. That is all.
Alright, and none of those weird kind of, you don't see any islands. It's very kind of the only thing you do see at one point is kind of you do sail through shallows. When I say shallows, it's not shallow, it's quite deep, but you can see clearly underneath, and all the crew are looking underneath, and you see the ruins of a sunken kind of town ship. Nothing old or anything. This was once above, and maybe a port or a small island, and you see buildings, and you can see coral growing all around it. You see sharks and all kinds of wildlife going about it, crabs. It looks kind of like it's almost beautiful, almost pristine down there.
That's climate change for you.
George, do you know anything about this sunken town it worth exploring?
Yeah, I've not really sailed past this, but you can see the remnants of old buildings. There's no roofs, so you can see directly down into all the buildings. They're all empty, they're just kind of slick green like stone. He says, this map that Jess has given me says this is actually one of the marks. We're in the right direction.
Oh, okay. Must have been abandoned long before it went under the waves then.
He goes, I don't know. Not at all. So, no one else want to do anything? So we'll just arrive at the destination. Okay, so the destination itself arrives on the 3rd day, because you spend most of the 2nd day sailing in zigzags and circles trying to find something until up on the crow's nest, actually Alina is the one that goes, something on the horizon! And you all get your spy glasses out, and you do see this what looks like spear tip protruding on the horizon, just as the evening's coming along. By the time you reach it, it is a full-blown parapet, conical-like parapet protruding from the water. And he halts the sails and throws the anchor down, and doesn't reach the bottom, but more or less kind of stops you and keeps you from... The ship slightly twists, and he says, well, if you're going in, I'd take the rowboat, but I will keep the ship in the nearby vicinity for when you come back. You see that there is holes in the conical roof of the tower, and you see that there's old exploration gear there, and there's all these barnacles up the sides of this stone that makes this tower, around where the waves lap up and froth. You know, if you've ever pictured and seen a lighthouse in any video footage, the way that the waves just crash against it and shoot up 60 or so feet, that's what's happening here. He says, I ain't getting any close to that.
No, I don't blame you. Right then, Frank. Let's get this done. Chester, is this the place you reckon?
What am I supposed to be doing? I thought I wasn't going anywhere.
Well, you're doing the water breathing, Frank.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I really thought you were going to ask me to go in that place. I mean, I can breathe underwater, but I don't want to.
Are you sure you don't want to tag along?
I'd rather not.
Builds confidence to fight weird undersea creatures.
You're fighting weird undersea creatures? Definitely not. Please, no.
If I hadn't said that, would you have come?
No.
I guess that's fair.
Please, just be safe, yes? And then before he leaves, he walks up to Gwendef, casts something on you, and then you feel safer. Let me explain what the spell does. I'm sure you know what it does at the moment I tell you. The spell lasts for 8 hours. He has cast Death Ward on you.
Oh, look at that.
So make a note that you have Death Ward.
Oh,
I will make a note. Frank, I'll have you know, nothing has ever killed a Redfoot.
Except dragons?
Except for black dragons, yes.
Okay.
But only those, and if there's none down there, I can't die.
Okay.
Seriously, is there no red fox who haven't died to old age?
What? Well, yeah, old age. Some have died to old age, yes, and dysentery. We do travel a lot.
Seems like there's a few causes of death then.
Yeah, but those were like travel related, so I guess you could attribute them to, the dragon hunt. And I feel like the ones that have died of old age, were worn down from the dragon hunt. So I feel like it's all El Diablo's fault.
Well,
Right.
good luck. And Kaiser looks at you and says, Do you require any of my assistance? Or shall I follow in after you and secure?
Well, we do pay you 30 gold pieces, so yes.
I'm assuming you want me to come then.
Yes.
Yeah, I've already paid you 30 gold.
Well, shit, because Liam made him up on the spot and I don't have a character sheet.
I don't imagine you'll be doing much. Come in after then.
Alright, I'll follow
If there's
you
anything we
in.
want you skip. Could just follow behind. If there's anything we want you skip, you can do it there. Then.
Perhaps by the time you reach the second level of the tower, I might have my abilities ready.
Right, let's go. I can't wait to be swimming again.
Alright, so the rowboat is very kind of like precarious, and Makra, being the strongest, I'm assuming you take the lead here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to roll an athletics check? Someone can aid you on the table, so you'd get advantage, because it's not just you rowing.
I would like to stand at the front of the ship with one foot on the,
Alright,
front.
can you make an
looking forward.
acrobatics check? Acrobatics check. Sorry.
You
I
got
would
me
like
there.
to swim because I don't like boats.
Alright, cool.
Well then.
As you get nearer and nearer to the tower, remember all this crashing waves that I mentioned, Gwendif just falls in. Just...
This was planned!
Ah!
He says as like the first wave.
And it's actually quite dangerous, Gwendif. You are actually being dragged and being about to be thrown and smashed against this tower.
I would
Anyone
like to
doing
not
anything?
do that.
Yeah.
Are we jumping in now? I didn't think we were jumping in now.
Now, looks like so Gwendif is being dragged toward, like, the waves are about to smash her up against this tower. She's being quite quickly moved away from the rowboat.
I'll throw her a rope.
Alright, so as you throw the rope, alright, Gwendif, you manage to grapple onto it, but you're like, it's quite strong. And you pull on her back, you climb back on the rowboat, and there is, as you say, like, row around, 3 or 4 rope ladders that have seen better days attached to the roof and on the sides.
Good thing, I guess, that people were here before us.
We'll try and secure the boat. I'd like to say that I only bought my javelins and my dragon javelin. I've left the Titan Maul and the bastard sword on the ship.
Okay, fair enough.
Like added weight I don't need.
Sure. Alright, so it's a bit of a difficult process, but all of you together managed to basically get closer to the actual place. And you see there are hooks and pitons that have been hammered into the side. Previous adventurers had done the exact same thing. And you see the remains of, like, rotten timber smashing up against the side from a long time ago, you think. And you manage to bring those hooks forward, wrap some rope around, and then wrap it around parts of the ship. You think that if you stay too long, your rowboat could smash up against this continuously and probably break apart.
Ace.
Right, well, I will make sure that doesn't happen.
Alright.
Let's get us out of here and take the boat back to the ship.
Alright, so you're going back to the ship?
Yeah, just making some more preparations and having someone join us in the boat so I can row the boat back.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that's easy enough, and one of the crew just goes and Darioso, the strongest, actually does say, "Oh, help." And once you're back and you're climbing up the rope ladders, up on top of the, you manage to get to the tiled roofing, he does indeed row back. He says, "Send a message when you want me to come back for you."
Will do.
Alright, so once you're on this conical roofing, it's kind of shallow at first and goes to a fine point. Near the top, there is a hole in the roof. You've seen, and there's multiple holes, but...
Yep, I'll go and have a look inside.
Alright, you've got 60-foot dark vision, right?
Yep.
You can just see the ground. It's kind of like a lime green stone, but it's very shadowed in places, as if the ground's uneven. It's just like it's just on the edge of your vision.
And I assume it's filled with water on the inside as well.
Nope. It hasn't broken through.
This is where we find out we did not need water breathing at all. It's completely right.
Well, I'm just going to go and see if there's any handholds.
You can see it's slightly flooded on the ground, but not like ridiculous. There are no handholds, but looks like someone had pittoned, so underneath of the tiles here, a rope, but the rope ends about 20 foot down. It looks like it's been torn.
I would like to test how stable the rope is by pulling it a few times.
The top part is stable, but there's like only 20 foot of it, and it's about 60 foot down to the ground.
Well, I pull the rope up, and I tie to the end of that rope, or like to the middle, my 50 feet of rope.
Okay. And then you drop it, and you'll hear the splush as it hits the slight amount of water at the bottom.
Well, last one's down can't kill dragons. And Gwendeth goes first.
Alright, cool. So you begin climbing down.
I'll follow after.
Alright, so as you reach the floor, Gwendeth, the first thing you notice is the water is about 3 feet deep. Like, that covers the entire floor here.
I mean, that's like 50% of... That's like more than 50% of Gwendeth. That's like 70% of Gwendeth.
I've put you in. You can now see the little tower that you're all climbing down
It's
into.
gonna be like 80% of Xerxil.
But you can swim really well, so...
I can't.
I can't actually see anything.
I can't see though.
Let's give you all vision, yeah?
Let's do that, shall
Yes,
we?
what's your vision, Xerxil?
60-foot dark vision.
Can you see correctly now?
No.
Now?
Yes. Partially. I see my token, nothing else.
Oh, that's because I typed that in completely wrong. No. Bear with me while I explore around Roll20 trying to solve this.
Yes.
Nice. Grildal should be set up, right? Yep.
Yep.
Macra is set up? Nope.
Spook as well, please.
Yep. Spook has the same vision?
Yep.
Cool. That's so. Alright, and Gwendeth, are you set up? Nope.
Nope, I am not.
And I'm just going to give Chester a torchlight because I know that he would use light or something.
Yeah, we didn't really think that through about Chester, did we? He's a scummy human that can't really see.
You can water breathe now. Alright, so you should all be able to see.
Persuade the water into letting him see.
Okay, let me explain. In the middle, there seems to be some sort of mosaic that's been covered by, like, water, and it's flooded into this depression. This metallic iron-like depression, but it's now kind of a green copper colour. Where it's, like, rusted. And in the centre is, like, kind of a murky...
Oxidized.
Yes, the one. There is a murky greenness to the water.
Can I have a look at the water?
Sure, you can make a perception check.
I have this, if it helps.
Okay. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I guess there's no surprise round for the creature that's coming out of the door. I'm assuming you point it out as you see this humanoid-like female figure crawling with elongated limbs coming out of the green water towards you. Can everyone roll initiative?
Xerxil, we don't know if Xerxil tells us about it yet.
He
He
might.
does have a habit of not telling people, but it's like, something's coming.
Oh, look at the dwarves rolling in union. Gwendeth and Grilda are very similar people, I feel.
Is that correct?
You feel wrongly.
Everyone rolled? Everyone but Chester. I shall roll for him.
Oh, sea hacks. What is it with sea hacks in my campaigns this week?
Alright, cool. So, immediately, to Grildal's left, where those cobbles are floating, a swarm of what-like fish, small silvery-like fish, just speed out and try to bite you. Your AC is quite high, isn't it? Okay, so they're swarming around you, nipping, and just attached to parts of your armour, ripping parts of your, like, cloth off. You manage to push them away. Another swarm appears under one of the cobbles and begins to surge towards Gwendef. And goes for an attack. Misses as you just kind of like dodge and weave and kind of like hit them with your bow to get them out of the way.
So these are actually fish, right? They're not flying fish or something.
No, they're like... There you go.
Yeah.
Like little
Piranhas.
I like the cute ones you can kind of see in the back. Can't we fight those?
Okay, so I don't know what Chester would do, actually. Does anyone want to control him?
probably tries to seduce the sea hag.
I am not gonna try to control Chester's sheet. He has renamed everything.
That's one ugly... He goes, I don't know, that's one ugly hag. I fucking know. She is insulted. She's
You gotta compliment them as well. It'd actually be quite beautiful if you did something with your hair.
That's the one. That's how you do it. Oh, I miss Chester. Okay, alright, so Grilda, your turn.
Yep. I'll step up onto the cobbles.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're kind of like stuck in the ground, but some of them are floating, and that's what the fish were hiding under.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And then I will sword burst in case there's any more hiding somewhere.
Right, what? Right there. What's the range of it?
Oh, it's 5 feet, so it's all the squares around me.
Are you some sort of psychic?
But I saw them hiding twice, so there might be more.
Alright, cool. You fucker. Alright, so the 2 deck saves, yeah?
3, yeah.
1, 2. Alright, we got 2 passes. No, 1 pass. 2 passes, 1 fail, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 sets.
I was getting confused, so they rolled very similar. Alright, so is it no half, isn't it? So
Nope.
alright, so that one, you see one of the swarms to your diagonally up to your left is just cut to pieces, fish meat, blood going everywhere. Alright, so Gwendef, your turn.
I have disadvantage in shooting these anyway, right? Because they're underwater.
No, currently, I would say no, because you have disadvantage because they're a melee, but currently because you're above water and they're on the surface, I would say you're okay at the moment.
In that case, I'm Zephyr striking.
Alright, cool.
And I'm gonna skedaddle. Then I'm gonna shoot this fucker. With a 17 for 23.
Yeah, that's a hit. Okay, so
Plus 2.
you really injure them. Like, they're literally scattering at that shot.
And then I end my turn.
Alright, cool. So we go over to the other swarm of quippers. The one over here. Their movement is quite good. Yep. Swarms up to Macra. Goes for a bite. You're all really lucky. Whew. That would have been a lot of damage if they crit. But luckily they don't have advantage. So, it was 1 off though, so you take 16 piercing damage as they all leap out and bite and begin ripping shreds out of your skin.
Oh, bastards.
Xerxia, your turn.
Thank you. I guess he will back up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And put some ruinous hex upon the sea hag.
Yeah, okay, so you begin, I don't know how you do it, but wisdom save, I'm assuming?
You assume incorrectly, it's constitution.
She failed anyway. No, wait, let me check. Yeah, she passed. I rolled wisdom, but I rolled a 15, she got +3, so she passes.
Okay. And then Spook will go and spook her.
Alright.
Go and spook her
Oh,
up.
nice.
That is a hit. She has no resistances, yeah, so that hits. She needs a con save, doesn't she, as well? But alright, she fails that, so her max hit points is reduced as well.
And that's it.
Alright. Macra.
Is now fuming because he said that he left his fucking tartan wall on the ship, but it'd become very useful right now. He's just gonna fucking javelin the 2 things. He's got reach, so he can just stand here and hit both of them. So he'll go for the one in front of him first. He's gonna rage first, actually, as a bonus action. He's not gonna forget. He's like a fucking idiot.
Alright, so you let out a roar, a bestial kind of roar. And then bring up the dragon javelin, and you're just going to go. In fact, I just picture you more just swinging it widely like crazy.
Just splashing him out of the air, making him airborne. 15.
How did you get 15 out of a D6?
4, 5 strength, 2 proficiency,
and you're large.
range.
Yep, no, that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then
What do you mean
still
to
kicking.
proficiency? Proficiency doesn't get added to damage.
Yeah.
No, the +2's from
Rage.
Oh yeah.
Standard rage. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah. You're just knocking them about. Because you're so big, it's kind of like a wand in your hand, like a baton, and you're just like, and the fish are just going raining around everyone.
Are they still breathing? Are they still
Yep,
swimming?
they're still swimming
flapping?
around.
Go for it again then.
Breathing.
Oh, and
And the javelin goes out of your hand like splosh.
bastard.
All right.
That's me done.
All right. These swarms, the ones that were next to Grildar, are going to go for their attacks against him, and cannot seem to find a little gap in his armor. He's just soulless, holding up like a fortress. However, the Sea Hag will use her Death Glare on Macro. No, it's going to be Grildar because he seems to be the one most withholding. So, no. First of all, you need to make a Wisdom saving throw. Sorry. All right, now she can use it. And can you make a second one? You pass. That is exactly what you needed. Yep, she kind of like stares towards you, doesn't seem to do much, but then she moves forward around to there, and then uses an attack against Spook. Hits Spook for 14 slashing. Grildar, the ones that you had originally attacked with a sword burst, disengage and go to protect their lady in question.
Milady.
Just a quick question, Liam. Does that attack count as magical?
I will... No.
Nice.
So that would have been half, I think, for Spook, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's only claws. And the other Quippers attack Makrar again.
I didn't attack recklessly.
No, you didn't. So they miss, and they just can't seem to get through the tough hide. Chester... Ooh.
Oh,
At this point, it's just kind of like I've got one of them little...
Oh, he's back!
I'm back. Oh,
Alright, it's your turn.
I can't see anything at the moment. Sorry to gum things up further. It's all black.
There you go.
Ah, you're a gentleman. Oh.
Yeah, I said you got a torch activated, so you can't see as far as everyone else. But you can see this hideous creature fighting with Spook.
It's horrific.
You didn't. We used Compass Soul. I think Rocket said that you said, "What man, you're ugly, but if you did something with your hair, you'd be beautiful."
Oh, nice complex salt.
Yeah.
Okay, let's open the bag of tricks.
Open the bag of tricks, eh?
Open the bag of tricks. It's a good day, and we're all feeling it. Drinks are on me.
So, who do you use your bonus action to heal?
I don't know who's taken any hits. Is
Okay,
Makrar taken?
Makrar, yeah.
Yep. Take 10, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, you can do that every round with a bonus action. So, I'm guessing that's your action and your bonus action, Chester. Did you want to move?
Yep, I'm going to move right here. Actually, no, I'm not, because I can't see shit. I'm going to move...
You can see that
under.
Grildar is just surrounded by frothing water as these piranha-like creatures are just trying to get through his armor.
Ugh, making them wet. And I'll end my turn.
Alright, cool. So, Grildar, your turn?
Yeah. What do? I'll force out the hag
Alright, cool. So you turn around. That is a hit.
for 21.
Ouch! She seems to go down to one knee, hissing like, ah! Ah! Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Wendell.
I move here. I declare the hag my what's it called?
Hunter's
Slayer's
Prey.
Prey?
Slayer's Prayer. That's it. I shoot it twice. Nope.
That's a hit.
Oh, 2 hits then.
2 hits.
That is Slayer's Prey.
How does the Sea Hag die?
1 eye into its one ugly eye. No, 1 arrow into its one ugly eye, and 1 arrow into its other ugly eye.
Alright, cool. And then she just kind of and falls kind of through ethereal spook and splashes into the water. Just floats. Anything else?
Like in It, the famous movie from the book of Stephen King's. It floats.
Okay, so she falls down dead.
Gross book.
Anywhere else do you want to move or anything?
No, I'm good here.
Alright, this swarm moves around here. And then goes to attack Xerxil.
Rude.
What's your AC? Oh, it's going to hit. It's going to hit. Do you want to do anything about it?
Nope.
Alright, so you take 11 piercing damage as they surround you and blood begins to fill the entire... you feel like the more blood there is in the water, the more thrashing they're doing, the more excited they're getting.
Yeah, I will do something after and hellish rebuke them.
Okay.
Fried fish.
Yeah, if I think that magical water is not going to be bothered by fire, right? Magical fire is not going to be bothered by water.
If you're completely submerged, everyone has resistance to fire.
Okay, I'll make it cold damage then.
Alright, cool.
Because I have that thing, because I am a red witch.
Nice.
Frozen fish.
Yeah, just icicles go in like a line all around, impaling them, injuring them, scattering them. Alright, Xerxil, it's your turn.
Nice. I will attempt to put ruin upon this little swarm then.
Alright, cool. They rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Cool. Spook will move over, so I guess maybe attack of opportunity.
Yep. And what's Spook's AC?
11.
So they hit, but for 7 piercing, which is halved.
Mm-hmm. And he will attack the ruined swarm.
Surely Spook can just float above the water so the fish can't get him.
Yes, technically he could.
Yeah. Anyway, so he sweeps in, and with one necrotic hand, you just see the water turn bloody and black as he moves his hand through, and they just float to the top. Blob, blob, blob.
Nice.
Alright, Macra. Oh, sorry, Zexel, sorry.
It's alright, I just moved further back and that's it.
So, Macra. Just, the water only comes up to your ankles, and you're like, towering over everything here.
Mm-hmm. I've not really got... I can't really grapple a swarm of fish, can I? So I'm just...
It's just playing whack-a-mole with a stick.
Yeah, I'm just going to continue to skewer the fishies. So, 12.
What, to the fishies?
To the fishies.
Alright, that's a miss.
Do I do this one reckless? I should have joined at the beginning of my turn. No, I'm not going to. I should have. Bastard.
Alright, and that one misses as well.
Get in.
Alright, the other 2 swarm equippers surrounding Gildar just go for their attacks. He's such a tank. They both miss. It's ridiculous.
Not even dodging.
No. This swarm moves over, goes to attack Gildar. Nope. The other one next to you tries to attack you. Macra does deal 4 piercing damage, so halved.
Is that already halved? Or...
No, it's not, so you take 2. So Chester, you're up. So Chester, yeah.
Excellent. I'm going to move over to this fish over here. Time to be skewered and barbecued.
Okay.
And I will draw out the fresh rapier.
Did you attach a quill yet?
I have not yet used speller tape. I haven't even yet equipped the other one, so I'm going to use this one. Whoop. Fuck's sake.
You hit though.
I get 1.
Yep, you go kata, and you just fish one. You're just like javelin it and bring it up.
Why are you not getting your modifier to it?
Because I haven't equipped the other one yet.
No, but
I'll do a quick switch in a minute.
You can't have 0 dexterity, right? Like,
Yeah,
what is your dexterity
Chester,
one?
you should have actually done 3 damage there.
Oh, I don't do maths.
It adds your dex modifier, so
Okay.
it's okay.
I'll add it in a second.
Is it with your bonus action? You can heal with Happy Hour.
Doop. 3, 2. I presume Groddar's taken some.
Nope, he's just weathering it.
Back to Macro then, I guess.
Get in.
Right,
And I will end my turn there.
Grildar.
Yep. There's another sword burst. Oh, that's a shitty damage roll.
Alright, so 2 pass. The one to your north takes the damage.
Yep. Cool.
Again, lucky on their dex saves. Anything else, Gruda?
Nope.
Alright, Gwendef.
Only fishies left. I'm gonna declare this fishy my Slayer's Prayer. I'm gonna shoot the fucker.
Alright, so take. You know, your arrows are so powerful now that it's not just hit. It's like when you throw like a dynamite into the water, it's just poof, like a geyser of water. Alright, yeah, that's a hit. And that finishes the swarm up.
I didn't even get to roll my Slayer's Prayer. I'm so mad.
Oh, sorry.
I hide behind the big guy and it's my turn.
Alright, yeah. Swarm of Quippers, that one's dead. Xerxil, your turn.
Alright. Yeah, I guess they'll go and join the fray over there. So ruin one of the fish swarms by Grilda.
Okay.
Spook will go over and attack it.
It rolled a 0, so I'm going to say it failed.
Good.
Because,
Hopefully it had 14 AC.
yeah, no, you definitely hit for the 10 necrotic, which finishes it off.
Nice.
Which, yeah, you needed that. You beat its AC by 1 with the ruin. Nice.
I technically gained temporary HP for that. Can't remember what. Which level plus charisma? Nice. Should have been gaining this before. In fact, did I kill that thing before it? No, it attacked me after. It's all good.
Alright, cool. Macro.
Right, I recklessly try to fucking kebab this thing.
Alright. Double ones, dear. No. Okay, so yeah, you basically slam down, and they'll just fish hitting the walls, fish going everywhere.
They're all mostly dead by stunning bludgeoning damage from the sound of it, and then I squeeze in between. I'm pushing past Spooky and getting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then going for this last one.
You don't really need to push past him. You just kind of walk through him.
Oh, there's that as well.
Yeah.
18.
That's a hit. You deal 12 damage.
Get in. We're done.
Alright, cool.
God, I need something to do with my fucking bonus action.
That swarm of piranhas are just too invested in Gildar. They're just going for it. No, fuck's sake, no.
No.
They're just
I think at this point they just wouldn't bother. It's like, oh, this is clearly the bottom of a ship.
No, their stat block just says they go into a blood frenzy. They literally can't stop. So just a decker.
Perfect. Let us finish this.
I'm going to delete the fish because they're worth nothing.
Gonna rapier the other one.
Alright, cool.
I haven't added my deck, so I'll do it after this battle.
That's fine.
Clip.
That's a hit. So,
Nice
5 damage.
5.
I want to
5 on stick. I will throw some more healing Macron's way.
Alright.
We are in session 21,
8.
and he has been playing Chester for like 17 sessions or something, and he has used that rapier a lot.
I like to keep it real in theatre.
Okay, so Grildar, it's your turn.
Have we seen Chester use a cantrip yet, actually?
Yeah, accomplice up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that's a cantrip.
And combat is over. Grildar, you just turn around, 4 start appearing in your hand, and just slam it down in the water, and all the fish just go. And then you realise the ones that, you know, are still going are kind of like just escape and just disappear into the water. There's not enough to bother you anymore. End of combat.
When our fishy ranger bloke rocks up a couple of seconds later. Can we eat these?
He leans down over the and he goes, "Quippers are quite tasty, in fact. Yes."
Get in. I'll grab a handful and throw him a few up.
It's
And
like-
start munching on him.
Well, how about you do it all, and I'll collect this up.
Oh, he's so worth the 25 gold pieces, isn't he?
You're actually paying 30 for him.
Not me.
We have haggled ourselves up.
Hey, short-term contracts. Better for us.
Or not if we long-term employ him.
Trial periods, okay?
Of that I am sure, good Macra, of that I am sure.
Right then. Shall we make a move?
Well, there is a ladder, which is probably better than going.
Okay, yeah. So let me explain that there is a lip that like rises up out of the ground, like maybe about 4 foot tall. It's like a well, really, like around the edge. And yeah, you do look, and there is a huge ladder leading down into darkness.
Ugh, she's
Is that all
hideous.
submerged?
Grildar, with your passive perception, you notice that the sea hag has a circlet on her head. Like, looks like it's like made of originally coral, but you get closer, it's made of electrum.
Now that
Yeah, I'll just grab it and chuck it in the bag of holding.
Okay, sorry.
now the sea egg isn't immediately there, can I have another look in the water?
Yeah, you can swim in if you want. Can you make an investigation check?
I'd rather look, but sure.
No.
Okay, so there's a bunch of treasure at the bottom.
Cool.
Gemstones, little bits. So do you want anyone writing this down? Because the Electrum circlet, coral circlet's worth 500 gold pieces. And there's
Do you want me to do it?
and
You do
there's 5 gemstones worth 50 gold piece each at the bottom there.
Xerxil found buried treasure.
It's not really buried if it's under the water. It's submerged.
What?
I think the point is more he found treasure.
Excellent,
Good job,
Xerxil.
Xerxil.
Excellent.
Xerxil, bring.
Thank you.
He dives down and gets it.
Alright, so you grab the gemstones, a mixture of amethysts and all kinds of things.
While he's down there, I'll just turn to Gwendeth. I'm still not entirely sure why he's here.
It's because we're killing the God King.
Oh, right, yes, of course.
I mean, he has as much reason to be here as me, really. If you think about it.
Okay,
True, Gwendeth.
Chester,
Yes.
there are inscriptions like carved into all the walls. They're faded and all, but they are inscriptions of what like floating cities crashing down to what look like people holding their hands up to the sky.
What ho, what ho. I'm going to study those for a second.
Alright, you can,
Do I recognize anything? Do I recognize anything on it, or the language, or
can you make an investigation check?
anyone proficient in these things? Care to lend a hand?
I mean,
You're delving for ancient knowledge and you're not proficient in investigation.
He's not very smart, is he? Hang on, sorry, I'm
What?
just getting it.
I mean, I'm assuming someone was helping you.
Oh yeah, they were.
Alright, so we'll go with Grildar's one. So Grildar, you point out that there is, at the northern part of the tower, a different kind of carving than the rest. Like, it all follows a certain pattern until it reaches what looks like a goddess of sorts. She's carved bigger, and she's surrounded what would have once been painted by something, like an aura of sorts. And she's holding up a scepter, and in her left hand has a spellbook.
Right, well, if you look here, Chester, see, this is where the important bits are happening, and I'll point out what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps we should try and find a representation of that wherever we are.
My buggery fuck. Oh, right you are, Grildar. Right you are. Excellent. Excellent.
And I'm
Well
assuming,
spotted.
Chester, you recognise who she is, of course.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just start scribbling in a notebook frantically.
Mhm.
I'll pat Grodar on the back as well. Thank you, good sir. I shall give you a special mention.
Yeah, just put me down under buggery old fuck or something, that's fine.
Quick from the dwarf. A quick was quick. The quick was useless. His tinder match still laid on the ground, lifeless, hag-like.
Are you guys climbing down, or are you going to stay out there for a bit?
Yeah, well, I'll head down at least.
Yeah, I'm making my way down.
Yeah, as you're heading, making my way downtown,
Walking fast.
down in the ruins of Nahalia. Anyway, as you begin climbing down these ladders, you reach another level. They keep going, but you can climb off of this one to get into this one if you want.
But now we're submerged, right?
No,
No.
it's
I
actually
imagine it's like there's just a little bit of water here, and then there's
Yeah.
just a ladder.
Yeah, and this level's actually drier than the above one.
Gentlemen, a moment, if I may. I would like to make a quick arrangement with you all, if you will.
What is it, Chester?
Currently on my person, I have around 500 gold pieces. I'm willing to throw in 60 platinum as well. So the person who can help me find something in these ruins, a book perhaps, or even better yet, something that will lead me to the end of whatever these carvings would be leading us to.
I don't want to. Yeah, I take the gold chest, but we're friends, right? I just help you without the gold.
No, motivation stirs the heart, finds the passion.
You
Well, I
just
want
help
every
me
man
kill
on
the
this.
dragon, and I'll find you 1,000 books.
Of that we will have a deal, good Gwendeth. Of that we'll have a good deal.
How about we just try and find this thing while we're doing what we're doing here, yeah?
Of course. I just want to impress upon the importance of finding it before we leave.
Well, it would be strange if we found it after we leave.
Oh yeah, there's that. It is one of the main reasons here is to come and do your shit. So yeah, the monetary incentive now was almost like trying to close the door after the horse has already bolted. Fucking horse.
Excellent. I merely allude to the fact that we have been rather distractible in our quests so far. You know, one moment we're running onto a boat, the next moment we're at war with the God King. You never know what might happen.
Everything's been perfectly calculated up to this point. As I forget something, and Macro climbs back up the ladder's like, don't just collect the fish. See if the hag's skin's got anything valuable on it, like a skin.
Yeah. As he looks up at you with his hood up, you just see blood all over him.
He's already like elbow deep in the hag. Good lad. I know. Whittle back down the ladder.
Okay, so you walk onto this floor and you realise that the sound of the crashing waves slowly disappears and dissipates, leaving you with this eerie silence in here. And it's rather clean for an old ruin. Like the floor seems to be pristine. The carvings on the wall have colour. They're very similar to the one above, yet they're of... Obviously they carved these carvings around the wall of evil things. They look like humanoids with horns, tails, and you see that they're aiming bows and arrows up towards floating cities.
Interesting.
The floors are eerily clean down here. I've heard of reasons why.
Pray tell why.
What's clean?
Something's cleaning the floor. And Macro's just gone irrationally paranoid now.
Right, and is it like immaculately clean, or is it just strangely clean for a ruin?
Strangely clean for a ruin. There's bits and bobs, but nothing incredible. Like the tiles look slightly cracked and stuff like that, but they're not. They look slightly shiny.
Yeah. Would you say acid edged or more?
No,
just
I wouldn't say more.
clean?
I wouldn't say acid edged. No.
But there's dust and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, little bits.
Just a little bit of debris.
Little
Yeah.
bits.
Okay.
On a
with the
scale
pillars?
from Rocket's apartment to washing powder commercial, how clean are we?
I don't know.
Sell it back. Let's go with that.
Nice.
Even with cold
Alright,
water.
let me put it this way. It looks like someone's gone round, cleaned it, and then left it for maybe a week. That's about it.
Sorry. Scott.
Less than like 1,000 years of dirt. This is more a few days.
So not Mark's apartment though.
No.
Curtis is even with cold water really got me.
What's up with these pillars?
Okay, so these pillars rise up to about 60 feet to the ceiling. The pillars are ornately carved, kind of pictured like the Roman white pillar with the indents that lead round. No carvings of note on them. They just seem to be support for the tower ceiling.
Okay. Guess I'll
All right,
just
through
have a
here
look.
then, and I'll walk over to the doors.
Yeah, there are... As you explore, there are two sets of doors, one in the east and one in the south.
Yeah, I'll head south and just start having a look around.
Alright, so the doors have... This one has a giant symbol of the sun over the middle, like so where you would push it open.
Yeah.
There seems to be no handle or anything.
Okay, and the other one? I'll go and have a look to see what's there.
Symbol of the moon.
Right. Could you come over here with that torch, please? Chester?
Yes.
Could you bring the torch over here?
Where to? I'm actually stood right next to you, so I don't know where else I need to go.
Just go and hold it up to the door and see if anything happens.
I can't see that either. Oh, there we go.
Remember, he's only got a 20-foot torch.
Yeah, I'll just point to it. I'll point to it. Right
You're
there,
fucked
so.
when we go underwater.
Right you are. Right you are. But aquatic frolics have always never been my forte. Yeah, I'll hold the torch up.
Alright, so you've got the depiction of the sun, and you've got the depiction of the people worshipping it. However, there are inscriptions around the sun.
Okay.
More of
Nothing
these.
seems to happen when the torchlight hits it.
It's just like a burnished bronze door. Nothing Nothing beyond that.
Yeah, okay, so no reaction to the light, that's what I was testing.
Nope, no reaction.
Well, that's probably just a normal door, by the looks of it. I'll go
Well-
and have a closer look.
What would this room be used for before it was underwater?
Looks like a temple of some sort, perhaps.
I don't know. It just worshipping the inscriptions. Why isn't there statues or anything?
So, Chester, this
Yes?
thing we're looking for here, does it have anything to do with the origin of this place?
It will appear so, good Wilder. Of course,
Please
I
explain.
cannot be sure. Well, I guess it's about time I do divulge sensitive pieces of information, of course. Yes. I would say we're looking at something pre-Ragnarok. Potentially even attached to the Netherese.
Right, and what do you make of these symbols in relation to what you're looking for? You seem to know a bit more about this place than we do.
Well, it would appear that this would be a temple to an old goddess, very old, potentially not even worshipped anymore. Goddess of magic, very old.
Yes, I suspected as much as I just explained, but do you feel safe to proceed, or should we head further down? What do you reckon?
Alas, dear Gilda, I will proceed with or without you, despite of our whether it makes sense or not. But of course, that is merely my opinion. I feel safe, yes.
Right, but it wasn't either or question. Should we head that through the doors or further down?
I'm going through the door, Gilda, and I would beg you to come with me.
Very well, go ahead then.
Excellent. Who has the charisma now? And I'll try the door.
Alright, so the door is heavy. It looks like it just can be pushed open because it's budging, but it's going to take several of you to open it. You know, the Dark Souls style where they have to push and just and push the door open.
Yeah, I'll help pushing.
Yeah, okay.
Macroc, could you give us a hand here?
I guess I could lend you a shoulder.
Okay, so you manage to ease it open. It screeches as it does, scraping across the marble floor. And I will go to the layer and do that for you.
We're not really being stealthy here, lads.
Well, we're literally invading the place as it were. What do you expect?
We could, well, I like sneaking up on things. Makes it easier to kill them.
Well, I agree, but if you're, exploring, that's a little bit hard. Unless you want to go scouting ahead and reporting back to us, we can wait here if you want.
I haven't got any oil on me. I don't think I'd have.
So, as the door opens, reveals a corridor. The tiles here are in a cleaner condition than the ones in the main area. There's a door to your right as you walk in. A large double door. Very similar kind of burnished bronze, but lighter, smaller. And has the symbol of arcane rune, or like one single arcane rune over the center.
Do you recognize it at all?
Make an Arcana check.
I am tremendously bad at that.
No, you're not.
Oh.
It's a used up glyph of warding.
Right, well, we should be aware of traps, but this one seems to be inactive.
Wonder why it's inactive then. And then,
It's been triggered.
but that was more what my question was going for. And then,
Merely the cleaner.
Well, I don't see any blast marks, or do I?
No, in fact, don't see any marks.
I'll
Doesn't
put my
seem to be
shoulder
anything recent. Could just have been worn out over time.
Oh, okay. I'll put my shoulder to it, and then as Chester putting his shoulders to the other door.
Yeah, I will do.
Right.
And I'll just go put my things up 3, 2, 1, and then.
Yeah. The door
Right
opens
forward.
with ease because it's not as heavy as the other one. Okay, so this room looks like it was used to store armor or something. There's 2 mannequins on either side made out of iron that are pitted, and there are these cloaks over them. These cloaks are shaped very much like kind of made look like fish scales or something, like a fish hide. Very manta looking.
Ooh. I'll take a closer look.
Just seems to be a cloak.
We'll have a look at them, and do they look like they'd be worth anything?
They look like very well made. Something like like merfolk would make.
Alright, cool. I'll take them off gingerly then.
Right, do you
Roll
wear
up.
do you wear it or are you just gathering them?
It ain't fitting on me. It's going in the bag of holding.
You're putting them in the bag of holding?
Oh, let's have a look at it first. Don't want to put any random thing in there, and I'll just hold it up and see what it is.
To you, it looks like a cloak built out of like a manta ray.
Ah, yeah.
Do I recognize that from what they were selling in the shop?
Looks very similar.
Seems
Come
very
on,
pretty similar to what they were trying to sell to us to get in here.
Wow. What did they do?
Well, I went to see the clerics and they had one just like this, and I think it mentioned it would help with swimming or something, but it doesn't seem we really need that right now, but we can test it on the way out. Either way, best not to put too many magic things in the bag. It might, something might happen to it. So,
Right, okay.
do you want to try this on, Gwen? That looks about your length.
Ah, it's blue, right?
It's a kind of faint shimmery fish scale colour. So yeah, bluish.
So it completely doesn't match what Gwyneth wears, so she puts it on.
Right, so you're like, that's quite snuggly, and you're like, wait, wait. And you, Grendif, you begin to go, that's way too snuggly. And then the other cloak whips up, and then goes for Chester, while your one goes, and begins to tighten around your neck, and begins to strangle you. Anyway, right, so that is going to be the end of today's session, and then we'll start next session fighting the cloaks. I want to. I'll actually put them on the map so you know they're there for next time. So
I even we put them in the bag of holding. They just kind of suffocated in there. When we come back, and they're just dead.
I would have, as a GM, I would have remembered them forever.
It's just practically the bell end.
You can tell Curtis doesn't play a lot of RPGs because we keep finding things in Curtis. It's like, put it in the bag of holding. Obviously, the items at the start of the dungeon are used to clear the dungeon, Curtis.
Anyway, we are going to be back next time, same time every week, Thursday, 7 PM to 10 PM. And thanks for watching. Bye.
Have a good day,
Bye.
everyone.